diving into a popular post from the Reddit titled as, "I am Dr. Howard Tucker, a 101-year-old neurologist and the Guinness World Records oldest practicing doctor. I have been practicing medicine for over 75 years. I'm a World War II and Korean War veteran. Received my law degree at 67, and am the subject of an upcoming documentary. Ask me anything." This post received 2547 upvotes. Posted by Dr. Howard Tucker. The post reads as follows. Edit 5 I am back to answer more questions over the next few days. Thank you to the Reddit community for making my first AMA experience enjoyable. If I was not able to answer your question here, please reach out to me on my social media pages. And if you haven't yet had the opportunity to check out the documentary Kickstarter page, please do so. Your support is greatly appreciated as the filmmakers are in the home stretch and need help bringing the film to life. Here's the link. https://www.kickstarter.com/projects/what's-next-movie/what's-next-finishing-funds. Edit 4 today has been truly amazing. I am so appreciative of your thoughtful questions. I will continue to answer questions this evening and throughout the weekend and would love to hear from you. Edit 3 I have returned and am excited to answer your questions. Edit 2 I will be taking a quick break and will return at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please keep asking questions. I will do my very best to answer as many as I can. Thank you. Edit 1 Thank you so very much for the thoughtful questions. I am having a lovely time answering them and engaging with you all. I plan to continue answering and look forward to hearing from you. Hello, Reddit. I'm Dr. Howard Tucker and I have been practicing medicine since 1947, specifically neurology. I celebrated my 101st birthday earlier this month. After serving in the U.S. Navy during World War II, I graduated from medical school and began training at hospitals in Ohio and New York. I would later serve as Chief of Neurology for the Atlantic Fleet during the Korean War, and ultimately returned to Ohio where I've been practicing neurology for the last 7 decades. My job gives me great satisfaction and it has been an honor getting to serve my patients and teach the next generation of neurologists. In 1989 at age 67, I decided to pursue another passion of mine and received my law degree while still practicing medicine full-time. When not working, I enjoy spending time with my wife of 66 years, who is a practicing psychiatrist at age 89, my children and my grandchildren. I make it a priority to get in at least 2 miles on my treadmill most days each week and I also enjoy snowshoeing. Last year, I was introduced to TikTok and enjoy filming videos for it. I am also excited to be the subject of an upcoming documentary titled, What's Next?, which recently wrapped filming after 2 years. I look forward to answering your questions. My grandson will be typing out my responses. If interested in supporting the documentary, please check out the film's Kickstarter to learn more here. I would love to stay in touch and can be found on TikTok and AMP. Instagram proof. https://imager.com/a/bbiriome and AMP. https://imager.com/a/orqr9s. A comment from user Malachi713 says, "What were the most exciting developments in medicine for you over the duration of your career, and what are you currently most excited about for the future of medicine?" This comment received 240 upvotes. A reply from user Dr. Howard Tucker says, "I began practicing medicine before CT and MRI. Modern imaging is easily one of the most exciting developments I have witnessed. However, it can come at a cost. While imaging studies are a great resource, doctors should be careful not to solely rely on imaging studies, and I emphasize the importance of taking a thorough patient history to fully understand the clinical picture." A comment from user Tagranine says, "Hi Dr. Howard, do you teach any medical students? If so, what do you try to make sure they never forget?" Signed, a medical student interested in neurology. This comment received 85 upvotes. A reply from user Dr. Howard Tucker says, "For medical students and neurology residents, I would emphasize the one controlling medicine they should know by heart is a specific medication for status epilepticus, seizures that continue at the interval of at least 1 every 4 minutes. It is important to know how to save the brain from as much hypoxia or oxygen deprivation as possible. A comment from user Ouroboros727 says, "Hello Dr. Howard. Thank you for this AMA. You certainly have lived a fascinating life and the independence you have at your age is nothing short of incredible. I can only hope to age so well. So that leads into my first question. Do you have any advice about keeping your mind sharp as we age? Also, we know that chronic stress can have detrimental effects on mental health and cognitive functioning, in addition to associated physical health issues from stress. How do you manage your stress as a medical professional? Also, do you have any dating advice for us younger folk? Especially for someone who is going into a demanding field such as medicine. I'm a veterinary medicine student and an aspiring neurologist. Thank you very much for your time and I look forward to your responses." This comment received 77 upvotes. A reply from user Dr. Howard Tucker says, "Engaging socially and keeping the brain active, whether through work, a hobby, volunteering, or taking a class on a topic you enjoy, is critical as we age. The mind must be stimulated and exercised like a muscle. When you stop stimulating your brain, research has shown there may be an association with an increased risk of cognitive decline. I am not suggesting everyone follow my path and continue working into their 70s, 80s, and 90s, but I cannot stress enough the importance of staying engaged and stimulating the mind. Stress is the nature of our profession. Good stress will keep us on our toes and help us to perform our best, but as you noted, too much stress can lead to burnout and less favorable outcomes for our patients. I believe choosing to enter a specialty or profession in which you are passionate about can greatly help with stress. While it certainly will not eliminate the stress completely, doing something you love gives you purpose and helps to ground you during stressful moments. I would also like to emphasize the importance of finding a balance in your personal and professional life. Continue to build strong friendships and relationships, both inside and outside of your work. Having a support system, and even knowing you have the support system in place, can greatly reduce stress." Great question. A comment from user Bumbleboo says, "Dr. Howard Tucker, it's an honor to have you alive and well. Thank you for doing this AMA. Could you give us your best pieces of advice for living a happy and healthy life?" This comment received 73 upvotes. A reply from user Dr. Howard Tucker says, "I believe the keys to a happy and healthy life are everything moderation, no cigarette smoking, and having no hate in one's heart. I also believe that retirement is the enemy of longevity, but understand that some people do not have the luxury of working in a job that provides satisfaction. Keeping your mind active, whether that be through work, a hobby, or volunteering can do wonders." A reply from user NW Burbshi says, "Index pointing up this. Were you a drinker, smoker or drug user? Do you have a family and if you do you feel it contributes to your longevity? Congratulations to all your successes in life." A reply from user Dr. Howard Tucker says, "I do not smoke nor use drugs. I do enjoy an occasional drink. When I was a teenager, I told my father I wanted to take up smoking cigarettes. He told me, 'That's all right with me. But why would anyone want to put anything but fresh air into one's lungs?' And that took the fun out of it for me. I absolutely believe that not smoking contributes to my longevity and prevention of various cardiac, pulmonary, and peripheral vascular diseases. Thank you for the kind words." A comment from user KTHNXYBE says, "I've always wondered why neurology and psychiatry continues to be completely separate disciplines as opposite to psychiatry being a sub-speciality of neurology. For example, I recently found out major depression can cause cognitive damage, perhaps irreversibly so. Shouldn't there be more overlap and coordination between the two?" This comment received 53 upvotes. A reply from user Dr. Howard Tucker says, "This is a great question. The board is called the American Board of Psychiatry and Neurology. Some of the most famous psychiatrists started out as neurologists, such as Sigmund Freud. While there is an overlay, Both specialties are so complicated that they require experts who specialize in either neurology or psychiatry, though some do practice neuropsychiatry. It is important for both neurologists and psychiatrists to understand the other's speciality and be able to refer patients to an expert to treat in the opposite field.